All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday, beginning of the week, getting everything going. Welcome back to the returners that are coming back. If anybody is new in here today, if you're new to Dubb or new coming into the training, if you could put a one in the chat, that would be helpful. If you're new to Dubb, whether you're on a free trial, whether you've had Dubb for a little while but you're still new, a one would be great. A two if you're returning, you've had Dubb for quite some time and you kind of know your way around. So a two in the chat would be really, really good. And then a one in the chat if you are new to Dubb and you're kind of learning the ropes a little bit here. That's always helpful. Okay. And hey, maybe you're a 1.5 if you're new, but you're getting yourself going. Jock, thanks for the two. Appreciate it. Anybody else in here, if you want to just throw in the chat, if you're a new one, please put a one in the chat. If you're returning, put a two. That's always helpful just to see who we have in the room. And then if you're recording videos, which hopefully all of you are, what are some videos that you're recording? Is there face, screen, and there's mobile? So if you want to throw into the chat some of your favorite videos that you're recording style-wise, if you're doing webcam videos of your face, if you want to put face in there. If you're doing screen videos where you're showing your screen, you're in a little bubble, you can put screen. And if you're using the mobile app a lot, you can put mobile. I just want to see kind of what people are recording. It's always neat to see what people are doing creatively. And then if you'd like to send us a video for feedback, the email address is feedback@dubb.com. I just dropped it in there. That's the email. So when you're creating these videos, if you want some feedback from us or get a second opinion before you send it out, feel free to email that over to us. A lot of the times, folks that have sent stuff over in the past are either getting going with Dubb early on and they want to say, hey, yeah, I'm just trying to use the Chrome extension in the desktop app. What do you think of this? Or sometimes we get videos from folks that have had Dubb for a long time, but they're trying something new creatively, whether they've always done webcam videos and now they're trying some mobile stuff or kind of reverse. They'll send something over to us to get some feedback. So feel free to use that there. Also, if you aren't checking out our YouTube channel, definitely recommend that. Just in terms of learning, we have a lot of good content on there. It's our Dubb Support YouTube channel. It's where these trainings go to live when they're done. But there's also some other really good videos on there in terms of what the team has edited and put out there in terms of topic. We have videos on lead gen, all kinds of stuff. So if you go to that link that I just dropped in the chat, you'll be able to see a lot of those different videos that we've created that are on there that the team has edited. Also, in terms of learning itself, we have right here, I want to show you this addition that we've added here. Let me share my screen. So we have with Dubb now Sophia. This is our AI available coach right over here. This number right here, you see right here. If you call this number 24/7, Sophia will pick up the phone politely and say, hey, this is Sophia. How can I help you? So if you call that number, if you have any kind of tech questions or strategy questions, she pretty much knows almost everything about Dubb. Also, some other good, AI stuff as well in terms of recommendations. So if you call that number, you have a question or something, give it a shot and see how Sophia works for you. If you don't, you want some human help, you can come right over here to the bubble, the little green intercom right here, and then you can talk to someone on the team. You can talk to another AI that we have right here. You also can do some keyword searches, drop some searches in here. You'll typically get an article and a video as well. If you want some direct training library right over here, right under training, right here, second link. If you click on this one right here, this is our Dubb Academy, and you can come right in here and check out videos that are labeled. They're all in order in terms of we kind of put it in chronological order, and you can learn from there. So there's a lot of good resources. I think one of the best resources we have too is right here. This is Auto. This is our AI guide right within our dashboard. If you haven't used Auto yet, it's really good for any questions related to Dubb. Really good for any kind of strategy questions. Like if you were in real estate and you say, look, what are the best 5 videos to send to my buyers, my sellers? It'll give you that information right there. There is a neat little feature within Auto. It's over here to the right. So any kind of writing that you do, if you click that little person icon over there, you'll notice it says basic in sales. Just imagine for a minute I was in recruiting and I worked with employers and candidates. Any splits with whatever industry you're in, but let's just say employers and candidates. I would create a candidate profile and a employer profile. And then all you have to do is just click create profile and you just start answering questions about this part of your audience. And then you click save. And then when you're doing any kind of writing now, like if I was going to do, let's say, a video script to reach out to the candidates part of my audience, I would come right over here to the right. I would select the candidates because that's the part of the audience I'm going to be writing my script to. And then the AI will remember everything about that part of your audience. So when you go in here and tell Auto, hey, Auto, write me a video script, minute and a half about blah, blah, blah. Auto will write the script, but will keep in mind everything that you said about that part of your audience. So then when Auto's done writing the script, it'll say, "Hey, do you want to save it into Dubb?" Yes, and then you save it in, and you can just load it into a teleprompter. So it's a nice little workflow to get into. But when you use Auto, just remember to fill out your little profiles here of different parts of your audience. And then when you want to write copy, whether it's email, social posts, video scripts, just select the part of the audience that you want, and AI will remember. So it's pretty neat. Now, in terms of the video recording itself, before you do any kind of recording, there are different styles with Dubb. A lot of you that are already recording videos, we're going to hit the good old fashioned, all the ones that we always do, because those are important to hit the reps, make sure you're doing them right. But you've got to have your hook. We mention it all the time. We remind ourselves all the time whenever we make our social videos or we do ads. We always remind ourselves, okay, we got to have a really strong hook. So with your videos that you're creating, you want to have that hook. So I can use Auto right here in the dashboard again here. I can use ChatGPT, I can use Grok, I can use Claude, Gemini, whatever AI you want to use. Just make sure to educate the AI on your industry, educate the AI on the person or the people you're going to be consistently reaching out to. And then you want to explain to the AI the reason why you're reaching out to these folks, whether it's responding to a referral, whether it's cold outreach, warm outreach, whatever it is, what is that value that you want to convey to that group or person, and what is the action you want them to take based on what you're sending them. So when you explain that to the AI, then you want to ask, say, please give me a list of hooks that I can use. And the hooks should be anywhere between 3 to 6 words, nice and short, very punchy, to the point. Have the AI give you the list. Go through the list, give it a human pass, see the ones that you like, don't like. You can either give it back to the AI to make the adjustments or you can make the adjustments yourself. But now that you have your list of hooks that are correct for your ICP, your ideal client profile, person or group you're reaching out to, now that you have that, now you can make your video. So now you just have to decide what kind of style video do I want to create that makes sense. So when you're choosing your styles, here's what they would look like. You got your webcam videos that look like this. This was recorded with the basic webcam recorder inside of Dubb. I am using the Dubb mobile app on my phone that has a whiteboard feature where I can type. You'll notice it says, "What's your hook?" That's the 3 to 6 word hook right there. That's why you want to have that because it fits nice and tidy on that little board right there. And a 3 to 6 word hook works great up here in your subject line. Not too long, doesn't get cut off, kind of fits perfectly. Now, with this webcam recording here, what you're seeing, and this is the case with all Dubb videos that you record, the first 3 seconds of when you hit record is going to be the animated preview, this repeating 3 second GIF. That's what you want to bring to life. So whatever you're doing for the first 3 seconds, that will show. Now, in this case, I'm just holding it, pointing at it, bringing it a little closer to the camera, just a little bit of movement to it. It doesn't have to be a performance, just something subtle where it brings it to life. I wouldn't hold still the whole time because you lose the animation of it. So that's the style you want to think about. And this is the most straightforward way you can deliver a message because it's right in front of someone's face. It's right there. There it is. You can't miss it. Now, if you don't want to use the whiteboard with the hook on it, you still from the webcam can do this. You can drop a virtual behind you. And if you drop a virtual background behind you, you got to be pretty confident that that virtual background is going to give the proper amount of context and give some kind of hook as well. Profile, like you see here, article you want to share. Maybe it's a screenshot of an action that someone took, a prospect maybe they filled out a form. You want to say, hey, remember when you did this? You can share a website with someone, property if you're in real estate. Just give a little point, a little something entertaining like that to bring that to life and give context. Now, if you want to use the whiteboard and use the virtual background, you can do both. So what you want to do is do something like this. Have the virtual background behind you and then present with the whiteboard that has the hook there as well. So you can do one or the other or both. This works really well with properties in real estate because if someone's interested in a property, you can have the address right there or a cool fact about the property. But it works for any industry. Just think about weighing it. Do I want to use just the whiteboard, just the virtual background, or do I want to do a combination of both of those things, like you see right here? Now, you also can do screen recording. So, screen recordings with Dubb, we have two ways to screen record. We have the Dubb Chrome extension and we have the Dubb desktop app. The Dubb Chrome extension is what you see right here. That is a browser-based screen recorder. So what you would do is Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's a three-step process to pin it right up here in the browser. You can see the little Dubb symbol up here. And when you have that, anything within the browser, you can put yourself on top of, like you see right here, in a circle, in a square, in a rectangle, and you can walk someone through visually what you want to show them. So it's a pretty powerful way to either sell someone on something, or maybe they've already become a client, but you got to tell them what to do next on these next steps of what they need to do. So really important for that. You'll notice that I have the whiteboard again inside of my bubble because again, I want that extra hook. So not a necessity, but it's a good idea to do it inside of that, even with this style right here. So anything within the browser, Dubb Chrome extension. Now, the desktop app will go on top of anything on your computer. It doesn't have, it's not within the browser. It can be if it wants to, but it can be on top of anything. So docs, videos, Canvas slides, whatever you want, flies over the top and lands on whatever it wants to land on. And you also can crop in closer on what you're showing. So notice here, I pulled up a site, but I am moved in closer in terms of what I want to show. There's some other cool functionality too with the Dubb desktop app. But basic functionality is one's browser-based, Chrome, one is not, and that's the desktop app. Now you also have the mobile app. So the mobile app will do a lot of the same stuff that we just talked about. So on my phone, I can screenshot all those different scenarios we just talked about with the webcam for our background. Shows up right there. I also can type on the screen my hook, my information, like you see here. In this case, it's just a real estate example. But again, any industry. And you also can type your hook if you'd like to. Just hit record, do a little smile, a little wave, have your hook there, a little emoji, different color, different font, move it around wherever you would like to do it. Similar feel as we did to the webcam. Now, the one thing the mobile app does have that's a little different than everything else, it has a picture-in-picture function. This is really good for a number of things. Number one, you can do really cool property walkthroughs with real estate. You can have different reactions to what you're showing. Like, hey, love the foyer, check out the living room, the backyard, whatever you want to do with that. Works really good. Uses both cameras on the phone. You also can do it outside of real estate, if whatever industry, maybe you have a large meeting, you have an event, you're there and you want to kind of scan the crowd and explain what's going on. You can post it on social or send it to your folks within your CRM. You can do local prospecting. We have a lot of clients that will do something like this when they're prospecting locally, record them outside, have a fun fact about what they want to do, send it inside of the contact that they have. You also can do right in front of your computer. You can sit right here, pull up some information, some profiles, some properties, some articles, all the stuff we talked about, and just hit record and just kind of lean in when you show it. Start with a little zoom in like this and just kind of lean in with the phone, and it gives the same kind of effect. You're showing what's on your screen and you're on it too. You also can do a video testimonial if you are ever in person with a client and say, hey, let's just do a quick little convo. Put it on a selfie stick or hold it up like this. You're in the corner, they're right there, and you can do a nice little back and forth, like a quick little interview. Maybe it's a Q&A that you can post on social. So a lot of different options, especially with this, with picture in picture. But regardless of whatever style you choose, whether you choose the webcam, whether you choose the screen recording, whether you choose the mobile app, it's about them getting this animated preview right here, being engaged enough from your hook and the visual that they want to click on it. And when they do click on it, it's about their experience that they're going to get when they get on the landing page. So when they get here, you want to have the right elements in place. You want to have your logo over here. You want to have your video you recorded right here. You want to have playlist videos right over here to the right. Playlist videos are cool because they provide more information, but they also give you the opportunity to record a video about yourself, like a pitch video. Make it a minute, minute and a half. It will always play after this video that you create. The reason it's cool to have that video about you and your pitch video that you record once and always have it is because these initial outreach should really be about those hooks we talked about. Why you're reaching out to the person or group, they should focus on that. And these videos right here, I wouldn't make them too long, minute or less, maybe 30, 40 seconds is the sweet spot. You talked about the hook, get right into it as soon as the video begins, because that's why someone clicked on it. And then at the end of the video, you want to have a kind of a demonstrative, like, hey, what's my next step? Well, click below to book a time in my calendar. Be very specific about what you want that next step for them to be. In the playlist over here, if you have video testimonials, this is a really good spot to have them because we can just have it at the end where it kind of brings the circle, brings everything full circle. If you don't have video testimonials, or if you do and you want more, I'll show you a little quick way to get it that a lot of Dubb users have used over the years with a button below. So now, once someone has consumed the content up here, what do they want to do next? Well, you let them know, hey, I got buttons below this video. And the buttons down here are called CTAs, your call to action buttons. These buttons do a lot of things. Someone can book a time in your calendar. That's probably the most important slash popular button over the years. They can check out a website. They can download a document, a listing agreement, a contract, a guide. They can email you back. They can fill out a form. There can be a link to an external form. They could check out a case study. They could leave a review. So there's a number of options you can provide for someone below. I wouldn't do a ton of different buttons because you don't want them to get frozen with choices like, oh man, what do I do? But if you do have multiples, go in order of importance from left to right. And at the end of these videos, when you say, hey, thanks for watching, click the book a time with Rob button below. Whatever the button is, just name the button and physically point down to the button down there. I know it sounds kind of funny when you say below, but just to give it a little extra point. As far as the AI assistant over here, we've had some good feedback on this since we added it to the landing page a while ago. So this is called SIA, your Sales Interactive Assistant. So what you can do is when someone gets on this landing page, maybe they really like the video, but maybe they're a little hesitant about taking the next step, whatever that is for some reason. Maybe because they have questions in real time. So over here to the right, your SIA, your Sales Interactive Assistant, can provide FAQs, can ask individual questions of SIA. And what the AI wants to do is it wants to keep the momentum going here. It wants to give the answer, but it wants to go on to your main goal. And the main goal in my case is booking a time in my calendar. So you'll notice the AI gives it the answer over here to the right, but then it's like, hey, are you ready to book a time? Or whatever you wanted that next action to be. You can educate these AIs inside of Dubb with individual website pages. It will physically learn what's on those pages. And you also can upload a PDF, one or the other, or both. And then it becomes fully versed on what you needed to know to help you move deals along. Now, these landing pages themselves, these preset landing pages, you should definitely have preset landing pages for different parts of your audience. It's one of the most important things because a lot of the times when, I think in general in life, like we want to feel like, when we're talking to someone, we can be very specific and they can relate to it. So, any of the industries that you're in, real estate, buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expireds, insurance, different kinds of insurance, mortgage, coaching, consulting, finance, recruiting, all of those have splits in the audience. So just create different preset landing pages that will speak directly to those folks. And we find that that makes the best connection. If you are in a free trial with Dubb and you haven't jumped to a Pro or Pro Plus plan yet, when you do, we do an optimization setup. So the team will meet you in Zoom, help you set everything up, and you'll be ready to go. So all of this is tracked too. So you'll know, did they open the email? Did they check things out? Did they click on any buttons? Did they interact with the AI? How much of the video did they consume? All of that enables you to follow up in the best way because you know what actions they took, which makes a big difference. Now, in terms of recording these, there are specific ways to do it. So if we want to start with our webcam, this is probably one of the easiest, straightforward ways to record, this one right here. So if you're inside the Dubb platform, it's real simple. Right up here at the top, big red button up there. Click that there, and then that's going to open up your webcam, which will put you right here. To get the whiteboard, all you need to do is get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. So it's Dubb app, D-U-B-B-A-P-P. And when you have it, here is the home area. And then you just select this little button right there, that square button right there with the person in the corner right there. So when you select that, that is where you're going to type. And that's all I did before. And that's all you should be doing. Type your hook, type it, turn it. That's all you have to do, just like this. Now, to get the virtual background, if you want that behind you, just go below and you'll select virtual background. And then once you select it, you're going to go to your photos right here. And this is where you're going to upload those screenshots that we talked about earlier that give context. And then that creates a little library for you here. And then just select the one that you want and it puts it behind you, just like this. Just make sure you have a good front light, like a good ring light or natural light, or you can do a combination of both of those things. If you are speaking with your hands, I would keep them within your shoulder range here. And if you want to use this as you're doing the thing, you can have both at the same time. Hey, do a little turn, something like that. And you have both the whiteboard and you have the virtual background or one or the other. Now, if you want to use a teleprompter, we do have a teleprompter across all of the recording tech. So in this case, for this one, if I want to access the teleprompter, all I have to do is click above my head right here into this area. I can click create new script. That will take me to scripting right inside the Dubb platform because I have to have a script saved in Dubb first before you can use the teleprompter. Then I can either scroll with scripts I already have, or I can search for a script by title. Either way. And when I get the script, I would be about arm's distance away. It's pretty good. I would let the words flow up into the top eye line. In terms of speed, this is what you can adjust right here up and down. You can play the speed to see if it's good for you. You can back the text off, or you can zoom it in a little closer. If you want to make real-time changes to the script, it is the pencil icon right here. Make your changes, click save. Now to record, I'm going to click the little button right here in the middle. So I'm going to bring in my hook that we talked about before, right here, and I'm going to click record. I'm going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button, take a break, hold it, and then click it again to resume. If I want to delete, red X. And if I want to save this video inside the Dubb platform to my video library, it is the blue check mark right here. And if I want to close the teleprompter, just close it there and you're good. So probably the most straightforward way to record with Dubb. Message, hook, virtual behind, whatever one you want to do, or do a combination of both. So I'm going to select the check mark here, and this is going to save it directly into the platform. And once it's in there, it's going to take us to the video edit page. Inside the video edit page is always where you're going to land when you save a video into Dubb. When you do land here, there are different options that you can do in terms of making adjustments. So for instance, when I have my video, I can select my little pencil icon right up here at the top. I can change the title of my video to whatever I want. We'll call this one the hook. Just make sure you click the check mark when you're done so it saves the title. And then if you want to preview what this video looks like on a preset landing page, right? What does it look like? Go all the way to the right. There's a little square with an arrow button all the way over there. Click that there. Opens up a new tab and you can preview what your video looks like on the preset landing page before you send it. So you're able to look at it. Great. There's my video. There's my logo. There's my playlist. There's my AI. I think everything looks really good. If I did want to change it to a different preset landing page background, all you have to do is select this little drop down right here. And then you'll notice there's a little check mark right here. It says Rob's preset. That's my default preset landing page. Anytime I record a Dubb video, automatically that landing page you just saw will be attached to it, unless I change it to something else. So the other preset landing pages that I've created, there's a little list down here, or I can search for it right here if I want to, and then just click on the one you want to change it to, and it will change everything about the background with one click. Now, you can also use a QR code with Dubb. Every Dubb video has one. So if you select this here, it's going to open up. And now you can use this for any kind of physical mail marketing that you're doing. It's good for that. If you're in real estate, open house, perfect. Put a placard right on the counter. Thanks for checking out the property. Check out similar properties below. If any industry that you're doing large meetings, you're at a convention, you can pre-record a video saying it was great meeting you there. If you want to keep in touch, click below. So you have a number of options with the QR code. Any Dubb video that you save into the platform, you can download the MP4 version. It's right here. So if you want the MP4 file, download it. If you want to upload it directly to YouTube, you have a YouTube channel. You can do that right there. And down here, you have a couple of things that are important. So analytics, your analytics tab right here. You have an AI coach called Kyra. If you want immediate feedback, non-biased feedback on your video, just click generate. It'll give you feedback on delivery analysis, effectiveness, content, and visuals. You also have activity right here. So this is what we mentioned a little earlier. You can really drill down on what someone did. Did they click on any of the CTA buttons? Did they watch the video? What's the percentage? All of this is important in terms of following up. You also have an editing tab here as well. So any video that you save into Dubb, you can do a quick little edit right inside the platform. So I can either play this video or I can drag the timeline to a certain part of the video that I want to cut out. So play it or drag it. Let's say I cut it to this point here. I brought it here. It's my first cut. All I want to do is click the scissor icon right over here. This is going to split the clip in two. Click that there. You'll notice I have two pieces now down here at the bottom. And I'm going to slide this to my second cut point or play it, right? I'm going to hit the scissor icon again. Now I've got three pieces. Whatever's highlighted in orange, that's going to be the one that I can get rid of. So I just click the trash can and it's gone. If I want to bring everything back, just click undo, undo, undo as many times as you cut, and it brings it right back to where it was. Now, the video that we just recorded, we have it on a landing page. Now we just want to send this out. We want to email this to somebody. So to do that, we're going to open up a Compose. And there are some best practices here when you go to send a Dubb video by email. You want to have the word video. Don't forget to put the word video first thing in the subject line. It is the first thing that they read. It does make a difference. It does stand out. That right there. And then you also want to drop the hook in that we talked about, the 3 to 6 word hook in the beginning of the training today. That right there. Then just a little bit of text. And then you're going to drop the video in. So to drop it in from inside the platform where we were, whenever you select a video, there's always a big blue share and send buttons right there. Select that there, put the email in of the person you're sending it to get that activity level tracking. If you would like to, you can also add a little text at the top of the video. It's a little banner where you can type a message right here if you want to. It's not a necessity, but you can. Click copy for email. It copies it to the clipboard and then come right over back inside your email and just do a little paste. So it's a copy and paste. Now, there is a shortcut available if you use Gmail or Outlook 365, and if you have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder that we're going to look at in a second, pinned up here in the browser. If you have that right up there, then the little shortcut button is going to show up. In Gmail, it's right there. In Outlook 365, it's in add-ins. When you select that right there, it's going to open up the Chrome. I could record a video right now if I wanted to. I also can scroll through my video library down here to the bottom right. Find the video I want to send, click insert, and it pops it right in and it's ready to go. So you can do it either way to send the video. Now, as far as screen recording goes, that Chrome extension that I just mentioned, this style right here, anything within your browser you want to be on top of, that's what we're going to look at right now. And we're going to use LinkedIn as an example. So I'm going to click the Chrome extension up here at the top. It's going to open up and it's going to put me on the screen on the page. Whenever you're going to be on top of something with the Chrome within your browser, whatever site that you're on, try to do a couple things creatively here. Number one is, what size is your webcam? What size should it be? So you can drag the side like this. I wouldn't go too big. If you go too big, you're kind of covering everything. You might as well just open up like a, like a webcam. So I would make it a little bit smaller, maybe like right in there. And then you want to think about placement. Where am I going to put myself? Where's a cool spot? I'm going to put myself right up next to Ruben. So whatever you're on, put yourself in a neat spot. And then shape-wise, decide what shape you want to be. I always try to kind of match the aesthetic of the page. So LinkedIn circle, I'm going to stay in a circle, but it depends on what page that you're on. Functionality inside the bubble, zoom yourself in if you want to. Back up, go further. Move yourself around inside here. Frame yourself how you like it. You also can go right over here and you can turn your camera off if you want to. If you just want to do an audio walkthrough when you're explaining something, you have that as an option. You also can display your profile picture. And if you are live, you can put a virtual background behind you. If you want to do that, just click virtual background and it puts it right behind you. You also can use an annotation tool. So it's right over here. You also can use a teleprompter. This one's a little bit different than the one you just saw. This one can actually move around the page. So you can increase the speed up and down, which is the same as the webcam, right? Your speed. And then you can back the text off or zoom it in. But this one, you can physically move around the page and you can manipulate the sides like this if you want to. So it is a little different than what you just saw with the webcam. Now, if you're going to use this with the Chrome extension here in your browser, I would not go full screen on your browser because it will hide that teleprompter tab and you won't be able to see, okay, where'd it go? You can't even click on it. So you want to leave a little bit of a gap at the top. So when you hit record, you can just tap this with your mouse, bring it forward, and you're able to use it. Now you also have 3 orientations to record over here. So if I go camera, it's going to open up like a webcam. If I go tab, it's going to be a clean cut of the page that I'm on. I won't see any of the tabs that are open at the top. And if I go screen, it's going to get my entire computer screen. I can bounce around to different tabs if that's my goal. So in this case here, I'm going to use tab. I'm going to bring in my hook that we mentioned earlier. I have it right here. And I'm going to hit record to the right. And here we go. Now, as soon as I hit record, I'm going to choose my tab, right? You can see it right there. Click share. I get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, it's Rob. I wanted to send you this video here because, hey, we both love technology. Let's talk about it. So I made that little animated GIF, right? I did my hook. There it is. And then when you're making these screen recordings, if you want to jump to full screen to make points, I think it's a nice way to break the visual, talk directly to someone, no matter what you're doing when you want to make a point. You have to do all the time, but it's a nice little change of pace when you're making these videos. So if you want to do that, just take your mouse, hover over the webcam, double click it, go here, double click it to go back to the page. If you want to pause the recording, you absolutely can do that right down here. Hit the pause button, click it again to resume. If you want to use the annotations, it's right over here. You can use arrows. You can do some text on the screen if you'd like to. You can circle things, draw, do whatever you want. These are great little tools to point things out that a lot of people use all the time. And this is a really effective way to reach out on LinkedIn or whatever industry that you're in when you want to visually do someone a quick little walkthrough. And it's within the browser. So Chrome's great for this kind of stuff. So I'm going to hit the check mark here. And now, again, it is going to save this video right inside the Dubb platform, right back to the video edit page where we were before. So that's always where we're going to land when we hit the save button inside of here. Now, if I want to share this video with Ruben that I just recorded, I want to connect with him first. So I want to be a first connection. So I'm going to send him a connector request. It seems most people do connect. I'm going to click message. And then once I click message, then I'm going to have the ability to be able to send him a video. Now, there was a little Dubb button when I showed you Gmail earlier. So in this case with LinkedIn, there is also a Dubb button. You can see it right down here at the bottom. Same thing, it's a shortcut. When you have the Chrome, that shows up. When you click that button there, then it's going to open up your video library like we looked at before. Select your video, drop it in, and then you can highlight the text right here, change it to that nice hook if you want to, click send, and then Ruben will get that nice animated preview right there inside of his inbox. Now, the last screen recorder we're going to look at is the desktop app. So Chrome we just looked at, browser-based. Now we're going to look at the Dubb desktop app. Just Google Dubb desktop app, download it for Mac or PC, and this will go on top of anything on your computer. So different than the Chrome in that regard. Now, when you have it on your computer, it'll either be at the top or the bottom, little D symbol there. You can see the actions right here that I can select from, or I can choose to view quick menu. It'll pop it up separately like this. I'm going to select record screen. And here are some similarities and differences with Chrome that we just saw. Similarity wise, this can do all the same functions that we just did with the Chrome. Annotation tool does all the same functions. The teleprompter is the same that you can move it, but it is slightly different in terms of this. So when you click in here to get your script, you're going to notice that the first option you have right over here is auto track. So that's voice recognition. We have this on the mobile app too. So if I was going to hit record right now and I'm going to read that script, it's going to go at my pace. If I go fast, it'll pick up. If I go slow, it'll slow down. So using voice recognition is a really cool way if you want to just kind of control the speed a little more. If you prefer scroll speed, like you saw prior to this, you like it better when you can just choose the speed and go, just click the button there, it turns it off, and now you'll notice you can go up and down with this speed. So there are some days I like voice recognition, but if I had to pick on a whole, voice recognition is cool. But me personally, I like the scroll speed. I like to just, it keeps me kind of moving. So that's just my own personal choice. But and then as far as the recording itself, right here, there is a red slash through this square right here. What that means is if I was going to hit record with the button right over here, it would get my entire computer screen, the whole thing. So I know when the red slash is on, I'm going to get everything. If I click the red slash, that gets rid of it. And now I have a choice in this little drop down here in terms of the borders of what I'm recording. So you'll notice it says custom down here at the bottom. Custom means I can take this thing, put it on top of whatever I want. I can crop around whatever I want, which is really neat to get very specific. And whatever is within the blue lines will be part of the recording. I can also change it to portrait. I can do social media videos right from my desktop in the proper format. I don't need to do it from my phone. I can do it here. Just pull up on your screen, maybe crunch your browser, put it on top of whatever you want to put it on top of, and you have it in the proper orientation. I also can choose landscape for YouTube. There we go, right in the proper orientation, just like this. Now to record, here's another big difference. I'm going to hit record down here. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and now I am recording. Just like before, I can pause and resume, but the difference here is the check mark. Normally with Dubb, with the webcam and Chrome that you saw prior, when I select the check mark, it saves it into the platform to the video edit area. That doesn't happen with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, it's going to open up a preview window, and there is the clip that I've just recorded. So the desktop app records in clips. So what we're going to do is we're going to record a few clips, merge it together into one video, and then we're going to save it into Dubb. So it's a clip recorder. So it gives you the ability to drag and drop videos from your computer and make it part of your story. It's very flexible. So if you have any MP4 files on your computer, you can make it part of this thing just by dropping it in here. Now, what I just recorded was a screen recording clip. So how do I continue recording now? What do I do from this point? Down to the bottom left, there are three creative icons to record, to continue. The one all the way to the left is what I just did. It says record screen video. If you mouse over it, it'll say it just like that. Click that button there. It'll take me right back to where I was. Now, at this point, I could have swapped out the background with a different tab, different site, different dock, whatever, right? I also could have chosen a different orientation if I wanted to. Now I'm going to hit record, and here is going to be a recording of a clip in the same style that I did the previous one. I'm going to hit record, I'm going to hit the check mark, and there is the second one. And the great thing about recording these clips is you don't have to record in order if you don't want to. So you can take a clip and drag it to the left, drag it to the right, move it in any order you would like. It's very convenient, kind of frees you up creatively. You also can tap the three dot menu and you can download or delete each individual clip. You like one, get rid of it. You don't, keep it. You also, in terms of creativity, have another option down to the bottom left now. The next icon to the bottom left is your webcam icon. So if you mouse over that down there, it's going to say record webcam video. Click that. And now you're going to be recording a webcam clip. So it looks totally different than the one you just recorded before. This could be an opening, an ending. It's something very specific that you're talking about, but the point is it looks different. Select the check mark. And now, that's pretty funny. I have my eyes closed. I probably should delete that one. And then the last option you have down here is going to be Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator gives you the ability to play a pre-recorded video that you have in your video library, put it inside of a bubble, and then place it on top of anything you want to place it on top of. So it's pretty convenient. So what I could do is I could sit in front of my webcam, record a video, save it into Dubb, pull up a website or a doc or a Canvas slide, whatever it is, and then select narrator video button down at the bottom, find my video, there it is, select it, hit record, and now the pre-recorded version of me is on top of whatever I'm showing on my screen, and I can scroll around, narrate, pause, annotate, do whatever I want, and the pre-recorded version of me is going to do all the work. Now, when I have my clips that I have here and I'm ready to merge them into one video, you have two options. Down in the bottom right, there's an upload button. If you select that, it's going to merge everything together and it's going to save it into Dubb. If you select the edit button to the bottom right, it's going to do the same thing where it merges the clips together, but it's not going to save it just yet. It's going to give you the option to do a full edit right here if you want to. And this editing right here is just like the editor I showed you before inside Dubb. Same thing right here. And then you also can download the MP4 if you want to, and you can save it right into the Dubb platform just by clicking the upload button, and that's going to save it into Dubb. Now, if you like clip recording, mobile app does clip recording as well. So all you have to do is get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, and here is how you can record on the mobile app in clips. It's pretty neat. Now, once you have it, here's how you would do this. So Dubb app, D-U-B-B-A-P-P, and then when you're in the home area of the mobile app, here is how you would start to record. So here we are in the mobile app right here. All you do, select the blue button down the bottom, blue camera button. Open up the camera, and it's going to put you right here just like this. Now, when you do first use the app, it is defaulted for 1 minute of recording time. You can slide it over to 10 minutes. That way you don't get cut off. Hit the circle at the bottom, and now you're recording. Timer here, timer here. You can pause and resume on the left if you'd like to. And then to end the recording, just tap the circle. And there you go. There's the clip. Now I'm going to hit record one more time. So we have a couple clips in here. There's my second clip. And I can take my finger and move them in any order that I would like. So again, you don't have to go chronologically. If I tap a clip individually, I can delete, I can download, I can trim. And if I select edit on each clip, I can do some things here. So if I select the music icon to the right, I can add royalty-free music if I want to. Just make sure you adjust the level so it doesn't overwhelm your voice. I can select the text icon. So we have a couple clips. And when I do that here, for time, this is where I can add the text that we talked about. When you want to add the hook, you can add the hook in. If I select the microphone icon to the right, I can do a voiceover over this clip. If I select the timer icon, I can speed this all the way up to 10x. Maybe you have a fun video where you're moving around pretty quick. You can make it even faster. And the last icon at the bottom right is burned in subtitles. So if I want to burn in the subtitles here on the clip, or I can burn them in at the end. So when they're downloadable, they'll be on there if you want that. Now, in terms of these icons, if you want to know what their functions are, just hit the tooltip at the top and it will give you a breakdown of what they do. I would always have a countdown timer on because that way you don't have to pull your arm back. I hit 3 seconds. Three is the same as everywhere else, so kind of keeps a nice consistency in terms of the timing. If you want to stabilize your video, if you feel like you got a shaky hand or things are moving a little bit, just go to this button right here. This will stabilize it. Select low, medium, or high, and it will smooth everything out for you. If you want to use the teleprompter, this is one of our best ones right here. If you select this here, it's going to open up your script. And what you can do is you can slide this up or down. See how this goes up or down? If your eyes are not staying where they should be at the top and they're looking down here, just slide everything up. And that way the words stay up towards the camera. If you are going to do a landscape video, just physically turn your phone and it will turn to the side like that. Now, if you want to decide your speed, you have a couple options here. You can do auto scroll, which is what it's on right now. You can see the speed right here between 1 and 10. Select it, hit the play button, see if you like that speed. If you want to make any adjustments with editing, select the pencil icon right here, make your changes. And if you want to do voice recognition, like I talked about with the desktop app, like you'd rather just, go, not choose a speed, but it goes at your pace, select the gear icon here, select auto track. And now when you read this, it will highlight the words and it will go at your pace. Whether you go fast or slow, it'll follow you. So it's a choice of auto track or auto scroll where you control the speed. Same thing as the desktop app. And then to close it, tap the X and it will close it. Now, in terms of a video that maybe you recorded outside of the Dubb mobile app, okay, you recorded it somewhere else, but you want to drop it here and it's on your phone, just go to your folder icon here, find the video in your photo video area to say, do you want to add clips? Yes, and it will drop it right in here. If you want to record what's on your screen, it's this button here. If you'd like to use filters, this button right here. So when you select the filter button, this is where you kind of scroll through different color effects, different color gradations we have. Just kind of scroll through and see what you like. And maybe there's one, this one's kind of funny. Maybe you want to use. Let's see what one you like best. And then you also have picture in picture, which is right here. This is the one we talked about in the beginning. Hit this one here, and now you're recording in front of you, and you can show what's on your screen like this. Show what's in front. Make yourself bigger to explain something, make yourself smaller, get out of the way, and then zoom into the background, things like that. You can get pretty creative with your narrative. And then the last one is the virtual background. So on your phone, take those screenshots, hit that button there, and it's going to, select the photo that you want behind you that we talked about earlier, right? The one that makes the most sense. And then when you're done and you're ready to merge these together, hit the blue button to the top right. That's going to merge all your clips into that one video like we did with the desktop app. And then automatically in your phone, you're going to have a finished video. So you'll have that and you'll be able to do what you want with it on your phone, the raw file. Now here, you want to hit the upload button, the blue upload button at the bottom right, and that's going to save this video into the Dubb platform. And then you'll be able to share it wherever you are. Now, if you want to do sharing on the mobile app, you can do that. So from right here, grab the video you want, click the share video button right in the middle, click copy for email, copies it to the clipboard, paste it. Click copy for SMS, copies it to a clipboard, paste it. Or you can select the icons to the top right. The block icon is email, the paper airplane icon is SMS, and then you're able to share it that way. Now, lastly, if you have any kind of CRM that you really, really like let's say you're attached to your HubSpot or your Salesforce, your Go High Level, your Follow Up Boss, your Chime, whatever it is, like maybe you enjoy it, you have your workflow set up, and all you want to do is just add video. We have a pretty extensive list of videos of companies we have integrations with, so you can keep your workflows, just drop video in. So you have that ability. You can find the company that we have an integration with right in this list. If you do want to use Dubb, you absolutely can. You can upload your contacts with a CSV file right over here under CRM, upload your contacts. You can do tasks, deals, and tags. You can do campaigns, bulk email and SMS. And if you have Pro Plus with us, you can do automated workflows, drip sequences. When you signed up for Dubb, if you didn't subscribe right away, you probably get one of our, I think it's like a 13 or 14 email drip that we have. That's an automation. So it really depends on if you want to keep everything where you have it or you want to move everything in-house. You can do that. Lastly, we have referrals. So over here, right here, if you click the referral button, there it says apply now. Click that button right there. It's going to create a nice referral link for you. So if you want to share it with Dubb, if you enjoy using it, we have Dubb partners that make pretty good money doing it where they'll share their link And then if someone subscribes, you get a 30% recurring commission. And then we do another 10% on top of that. So if you guys sent me your link and I subscribed, 30% for you, and then I made my own link and someone else subscribed through mine, you get another 10%. So it's a nice little 30-10. We're very supportive of our partners. We want you to invite people in here. If you have 4 or 5 professional contacts you know could use Dubb, invite them in here, dubb.com/T. We're here 5 days a week, and then we'll help close them for you. And then next thing you know, you get a free account. So, and then you can do well beyond that. If you ever have meetings where you have a large group of people together, or like say large, say you got 5 or 10 people together, and you want us to come in and pitch, just let me know, and I'll come in and pitch for you. Maybe you're doing a webinar or something, and you want to talk about Dubb a little bit. It's within your stack. Just let us know, and we can always come in and present. So. All right, so let's see. Anybody have any questions? Anything on their mind from what we just kind of looked at? Anything, anything, anything? Let's see. Let's go around the horn here. Anybody have anything before we go? Anything we want to cover? Anything, anything, anything? Going once? Going twice? Thrice? Okay. Well, look, support at dubb.com, Dubb support on YouTube channel. Talk to us. Let us know. Call Sophia, that number that I showed earlier in the dashboard. Call Sophia. If you have questions, she'll give you some answers. And if you want to send us any examples, feedback at Dubb, and then we can give you feedback. So we enjoy doing that. But really appreciate everybody coming in. It's always nice to see new faces and returners, and we'll see you tomorrow. See you back. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, everybody.